Cool. Move on to the next one, rapid. So we all went through this large mural before in the planning meeting if you attended, but I've just written a little summary of what we've done here. And I just wanted to quickly sort of go over the general points of the outcomes that came from this planning meeting. There are a number of things that we want to do. There are a number of assumptions that we have as a team that will help us to drive the product forward, increase throughput, and also increase the overall monthly active users within Optimize. So one is that we'll be building features and flows that map to the most popular categories within the product. So this would typically align with like the create, release, and verify stages. Building features predominantly at the group level first and porting them down to project level, and trying to avoid instance or workspace level when we can until that workspace level is fleshed out properly. So we're getting the sort of velocity that we want without spinning our wheels in the mud and trying to find our way around these big technical constraints that we have. Making our features as dog foodable as possible, so they're more appealing to people, so they'll provide more feedback to the stuff that we do. Providing more focus for our categories by aligning it to just a single job to be done and persona for now. And then collaborating with the experts in each of the different stage groups related to this in order to get the right metrics, understand the personas from their perspective, and all in all, just sort of build a better product. So these are the general, these are the general 5 points and approaches that we think that we can take strategically in order to grow these measures. Top measure that we have is growing the group monthly active users. But also, as well as that, we want to be increasing the maturity rating of our two categories. So VSA and DevOps reports. Some of the biggest obstacles, and I may have missed a few of these here, but sort of maintaining performance with the large amount of data that we have. Some broader initiatives happening, such as the groups and projects potentially merging together, as well as instance and workspace and getting that figured out. The fact that we have limited engineering capacity to where we were before, around 2/3, and the fact that value stream is still very nascent as a feature set or a category, and it will require some education of users as well as just shipping out the features in order to get the sort of stickiness that we want. So the key jobs that we want to be focusing on across DevOps reports and value stream are, as an engineering manager, I'm going to simplify this even more and just take out product manager here. When I'm tactically moving work items through my value stream, I want to quickly identify stagnant and outlier work items in real time so that my team can unblock them and improve our flow metrics. Second one, so this one is about having work in real time and using the value stream as a tool to unblock stuff and collaborate with your team and spot things that are happening in real time. The other side of this is the more strategic side. So reflecting on the trends that have happened over a period of time, looking at those trends and understanding what can we do, what are the patterns that we've seen that we can use to improve our overall workflow or whatever it may be. So when I'm strategically optimizing my value stream and its stages, I want to understand the trends about my teams and other teams' development and CI/CD activities. Obviously, there'll be other activities that we're interested in exploring later on, but this maps to the thing that we talked about before of providing features initially around create and CI/CD, that sort of stuff, so that we can measure success, experiment with new practices, and learn from other teams. So this is continuous improvement right here. Continuously testing out new things based on data and measuring whether those are having a tangible impact on your value stream. And then finally, we take this a level up and we say, as an engineering director, when I have multiple teams in an organization adopting new DevOps practices, I want to track the impact of these changes to our development and CI/CD activities so that I can understand ROI and report to leadership on the value of our DevOps transformation. This one should be no surprise. This is like sort of the DevOps report category. This is the sort of stuff that we've been porting down from instance to group level. And it's basically comparing adoption versus performance. So underneath these jobs, there's a number of user stories or tasks or whatever you want to call them. And there's more of a short-term focus here and a mid-term focus. I'm not going to go through everything, but right here in the short term, refactoring VSA project level, refactoring our or porting our group level code down to the project level is high priority. Having our value stream map to only issues is another thing that we're interested in. On the second job around the more strategic side of the value stream, adding DORA metrics to our VSA, as well as more feature adoption metrics across DevOps reports. And then as well as this, having DevOps adoption at the group level, which we're doing currently, and adding more metrics to this, as well as some of the general usability improvements that we've highlighted as well. So that's the general short-term focus. And the longer-term focus over the course of the year will be looking at these three jobs and adding additional things as well. Now, what I've done is I've taken these jobs and I've made them a little bit more tangible, because right now it can be quite abstract around what it actually means. So I have started mocking some stuff up right here. And what I'll do is, so on the more tactical side of value stream, so what's something I call value stream delivery, I've designed this. And what we want with value stream delivery is a condensed view where you can see all the different steps within your value stream and potentially spot where things are stagnating, if there are any outliers. So visualizing the information so you can spot some of these trends or spot some of the things that look out of place, and having various filters so you can refine the information down. So in this case, we have like the typical sort of value stream view right here. And we have a number of filters as well, or ways of viewing the data. And we have just chunked up into the general stages within GitLab, a overview of the value stream stages that sort of map across here. And what these do is they show in a really limited amount of space all the issues that are currently within this stage. And then you could visualize other aspects of the issue. So for example, if we had things like issue type eventually, where issue type could be anything from feature to debt to security fixes, that sort of stuff, you can show the distribution of the types of issues that are coming through your value stream, which is really useful for helping product managers figure out, as well as engineering managers figure out sort of what's coming through my value stream right now. Should I be shifting this in any way based on what we're trying to achieve? So this representation can be sort of extrapolated for all these different stages, and you can visualize notifications or alerts on these. So it calls attention to things that are potentially blocking stuff. And then we can have quick views showing some of the metadata around these issues to provide a little bit more context, and you can click into these things. Now, what you could also do is deep dive. So this is like the entire value stream summarized in a very detailed and condensed way. But what we can do is then dive into more detail by, by either clicking on this review box or clicking here. And this then provides an overview of the key metrics for this stage, as well as the issues that are currently within this stage. And if we get the proper mapping of issues and MRs, we could also associate and have the MRs in a roll down against these issues as well. So you can sort of see these all in one place nicely together. And then you could basically take this approach of the key metrics for this stage and have it in dev, blocked, testing, staging, all that sort of stuff. So as you can imagine, this would be quite useful for engineering managers to get a broad understanding of where the things happen, what's happening in my value stream right now, and how can I dive into the detail in a particular stage to see what's going on. So this may look very familiar because it's pretty much just code review analytics. So we can lift and shift a lot of this and just whack it into this stage. So that's like the tactical delivery side. There's the optimization side, which is the trends. So looking at the trends of how your value streams performed over the last 3-6 months or whatever it is, and seeing how different changes have impacted your value stream. And this is basically taking some of the key metrics like the DORA metrics, as well as some of the flow metrics, like the distribution of issues, your velocity, your lead time, your work in progress, and the efficiency, which is probably going to be a hard one to measure, but I've put that there anyway. And get a good understanding at a high level. This is how our value streams have been performing over a certain period of time. And then again, in detail, how can I focus in on this stage and figure out some more stuff? And then finally, we can have a comparison where you can see all the value streams within this group. Side by side, we can show some of the key metrics here that are important, and you can see them side by side, and then click into these groups and see the detail of the value stream and all the trend stuff, all the delivery stuff there in real time as well. So you can compare and then deep dive into why is that value stream performing in that particular way. And then what's interesting is, since not all value streams will be the same in terms of the exact stages that they have, and this will be true for a lot of different customers, we can try to abstract these stages slightly. So there will be a number of activities or stages within a value stream that fit within plan broadly, a number that fit within create broadly, a number that fit within verify or CI/CD or release or whatever it may be. And we can abstract these. So we're not looking at comparing the different stages, the individual stages for each of these value streams. Instead, we're looking at the broader capability of plan, and we can deep dive into that, because I see there'll definitely be some inconsistency between the stages and stuff within these value streams, which is obvious, but we'll be able to abstract some stuff around the activities like plan or create and figure out some insights that way. So that's a thing that we could potentially work with. So that's where I am so far, and I haven't done too much on DevOps reports yet. I'll build that out a little bit more, but this hopefully is a little bit more tangible, the sort of stuff that we could be doing over the next year or so. What I'll do is I'll take this video and I'll chop it up and I'll post it on YouTube. I'll share it in the group, and then we can start getting some feedback immediately off the back of this, and I'll start posting some stuff within an issue, and we can go from there. And then from there, we'll update the direction page. But we have 1 minute. So does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Such a cool vision for VSA. Like, it's really cool to see how that's going to evolve.
Give me a percentage. How much of it is feasible?
That's a good question. We'll see. I think that'll take a little bit of a deeper dive. But
okay.
I think at least the majority of it is doable. So yeah, we should be able to figure out the rest from there.
Cool. So yeah, I'll share this video. I'll create an issue to get some feedback from everyone, and then we'll add this to the direction page as well. And with that, we're at time.
It's great to see how much potential there still is with your vision and your proposal in value stream analytics, even though this is already our most complex and sophisticated feature, and there's still so much more opportunity. This is really great.
Cool, appreciate it. Alrighty then. See you later. Have a good day, and speak soon. Bye-bye.